So I have a friend who has the earning potential to make $150,000 just from real estate. And that kind of shows the real power that is within real estate. So in the video that I'm going to show now, it documents how this person bought the property, remodeled it completely by himself, and then is able to profit almost $150,000 just by selling it in the current market. But he could go ahead and sell this in any market. So it's really up to him. This is in the South Loop area, as you will see in the video. Using area to get a DIY fixer-upper type property. This was $100,000. The renovation costs just for the materials was $8,000. The total all-in investment was $108,000. The projected value in 2028 is $275,000. The appreciation over 5 years would be $175,000 gained, and the ROI, return on investment, would be 162% or 190% over 5 years. And the monthly rental potential would be $1,700 to $2,000 for a 1 to 2 bedroom unit in South Loop in Chicago. There's a $230,000 in South Loop. The annual appreciation rate is 5 to 6%.
Todo bien. Who like lived in Chicago, so after the fire in like the late 1890s, he did hella shit, not even like here, but all over the world. He's fucking world.
Do you own this unit or you rent it? You own this unit? Damn. That makes sense why all the remodeling and shit. Because like
yeah, I'm living through the remodeling.
That's
so
great.
I've been living here for like a year and a half or something. So before the whole ground was fucking carpet. I ripped 1,500 square feet worth of carpet up in like literally 2 weekends. Threw all that shit away. When I tried to throw it away in the building, they told me like, yo, we can't throw away carpet. So they told me to call for recycling clinic or facility, whatever. I'm like, yo, I got 1,500 square foot of carpet to throw away. They're like, oh yeah, sure. It'll be $10,000. I'm like, what the fuck? So I asked the maintenance man. He told me to go rent a truck, put the fucking carpet in the truck, go to fucking like a little bit further on the south side, find a little fucking construction spot where they're already renovating shit and throwing shit out, and just dump that shit in there.
Whoa. You used to cut the carpet out and like...
I had a regular fucking... Bro, I used like that fucking axe over there.
Holy... Man's an axe murderer, bro.
I wish. I'm not that fucking cool.
Would you say that most Americans, they're not proficient in the kind of like DIY type stuff that you do? Like getting the axe and like cutting the fucking tree yourself, fucking like taking off the carpet yourself. Where do you, in a meta learning context, where would you say you learn these skills and like how do you pick them up?
I just picked them up around. I did a little bit of shop class, kind of woodworking, a little like, auto working. But honestly, I learned most of this stuff. Honestly, I learned most of this stuff from my dad. He used to do tons of DIY projects in our house, and I would always help him out. So when I bought the place, I was only able to afford this place because the woman who owned it before me did not take care of it at all. She
Oh.
did not renovate anything. She did not clean anything. So I was able to get a really, really good deal. So I kind of went into this knowing that I was gonna have to do everything.
Right.
So it's like
It's a fixer-upper.
fixer-upper, yeah. So when you were asking me about the skills, like the DIY, the woodworking, the sewage, the plumbing, the electrical, all that stuff, people have a kind of perception these days that those are somehow like low down or some shit. Like that's not true, bro. Like those are all like skills, they're all good jobs, and if you want to be a contractor or investor or do real estate or just even upgrade your own house, those are really good skills to have where you can go out and, you know, instead of paying someone $2,000 to rip up your own carpet, you just do it yourself. And when you own an apartment, that's equity that goes into the apartment, and that's money in your fucking pocket. Like, I'm fucking putting this new ass sink, fucking big as shit, and change this out, change the stove out, still gotta change that out. And then I fucking changed out the fridge too.
Whoa. When did you buy this unit?
November 2022. You gotta check out the rest of the spot.
Bro, this is like MTV Cribs, you know what I'm saying?
All over the place, man. Yeah, this is my fucking bedroom. You know, obviously you not like the plans. Obviously you can probably tell like fucking art too. So that one's like a fucking something like Pollock. I found so this shit, bro. This shit is the stuff that they use for cubicles. The artist ripped this shit out from the job that he got fired of, and then he just took that shit and just fucking.
It's so poetic, man.
And this one's from Ed Bean Scrapbook. He's actually a Chicago artist. He's kind of like world famous or some shit. He was in a lot of fucking galleries all around and shit.
Yeah,
He was like Eastern European, but he went to Chicago.
that's crazy.
This one I got in the estate sale from, I think it was Joshua Peck. He used to play in the Chicago City
Hey.
Orchestra.
Drake and Josh.
Josh?
Joshua Peck.
Oh, okay, no, we're not going in here. No lights in here. This is
Why not? It looks cool.
Okay. I need to get a fucking.
Nice little office, dude. It's pretty sweet, man. Giving me some ideas for what I want to call this series. Or like this video, at least. It's like the DIY God. Or something like that, you know?
Someone's gotta put you on. Like somebody has to like know that you're kind of worth it.
Right.
You're worth talking to. You're smart enough. You
Yeah.
gotta put in the fucking sweat equity in like here. I swear to God, my fucking one of my cousins, bro. Like, come over here.
Gotcha.
One of my fucking cousins, he's from Florida. Fucking building right here. And like literally like 6 years ago or some shit, I went to that fucking building and I was walking on the street right over there and I just looked up at this fucking building and I looked inside the windows and I realized that this is a residential building and I just went, who the fuck lives here?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? This is somebody's house and I swear to God, that's why I live here. All because I walked by this fucking building and just asked myself that
Right.
fucking question.
That's
Swear to
crazy.
God, that's why I am. I kind of realized like I couldn't live at home anymore. Like my job was getting like too much. Like I needed more space. I needed to do more things.
Right.
And so I just kept looking for apartments. But I knew I couldn't really rent a place. So I went to university from the ages 17 to 26. And in that time I lived in 2 countries, lived in 10 different apartments, and yeah, so I fucking knew that renting an apartment or some shit like that was not gonna be for me. And so I just fucking, this is one of the last places I found too. There were a lot of other places that like I found that like either they weren't the right price, they didn't have the right like, you know, shit or whatever, or they were kind of like too, they were just like, they were what they were. Like I needed a project, like something I could put myself into.
That's so creative, dude.
I could grow into. My name is Nikesh. This is my little big apartment in Chicago. My little big apartment. So a little backstory about me. So I definitely picked up that spirit from them. Back when I'm 27 now. Back when I was like 21, I played soccer when I was growing up, but I quit when I was like 20. So when I made it and sell it. And so I spent some time trying to like find apartments that we could buy or any shit like that. But unfortunately, something was up with our taxes or some shit like that. So I did find one that I did want to buy, but we could not buy it. So a good 5 years went by. And like, so now I'm like 20, 25, or now I'm like 25. And now I've kind of started my career full time, and I kind of realized like I got a lot of interest in shit. I need a lot of space, you know, or I needed more space because I was living at my mama's base between like 200 and 300,000.
That's not bad.
Oh, bro, and when Chicago turns into New York, ooh, it's gonna be over with.
All right, Nikesh. So, what is the role of plants in your life?
All the plants in my life, the acorn is always the oak. So when you start out small, that doesn't mean shit. As long as you fucking know what you got, you're gonna fucking do it. Until the pandemic started, that I started essentially collecting them and buying them and kind of taking care of them. That's kind of how and why I had so many. There's so many things in my life that I couldn't control, but I realized that there were a few things that I couldn't control. So that's why I have the tennis ball. That's why I have because I played soccer when I was growing up, right? So I couldn't control everything else. That's why I have the tennis ball, right? So I couldn't control everything else in the world, but I could always control the soccer ball. When I was on the soccer field, I was through stuff, and then I quit. And then it's like, okay, what do I do now? And plants was kind of the next thing.
Just had a moment, and he realized that he can inspire a lot of people across the world. So, going back to your story, what is the role that plants and like basically taking care of plants, what does that play in like your life?
So it's twofold. The first is taking care of something. The second is watching progress over time. So whenever you have a seed, you can always imagine that a little bitty seed like this can turn into a plant that's almost. This plant is like 5.5 feet tall, almost as tall as you. And this one is only a couple of years too. And if you take a look and like you look at this fucking like the trunk or the stem or the base of it. So this is a monstera. These are the aerial roots. So the aerial roots, plants take up oxygen through water, and then plants like this monstera, they also take up water through the air. And typically a monstera like this would grow probably like on the side of a big tree. So these are all each different plants. And like a plant like this will definitely go up on the side of like of a big tree and just kind of hang on it. So you can kind of see how, you can already kind of see how, you know, this is like already just branching down in vines.
I could have